You've probably heard people say that big name CEOs work in a totally different way compared to most of us. And maybe you've wondered, what exactly do they do to keep their productivity so high every single day? Well, today I'm going to share 6 productivity techniques that top CEOs use all the time. And not only that, I'll also explain why these techniques actually work and how they help these leaders succeed. Sounds interesting, right? Let's get into it. So first up, let's talk about time blocking and prioritization. CEOs don't just go with the flow when it comes to their day. Their schedules are super structured. Almost every hour is accounted for. They use a method called time blocking, where they divide their day into chunks of time for specific tasks. Maybe mornings are only for strategy and high-level thinking, while afternoons are for meetings with their team or clients. The point is, when they're working on one thing, they give it their full attention. Nothing else matters in that moment. Tim Cook from Apple, for example, is famous for having a schedule that's ridiculously precise down to the minute. And on top of that, they also prioritize. Out of 10 things they could do, they'll pick the 2 or 3 that will actually move the needle. That way, they don't feel overwhelmed, and they're always working on what really matters. Now, the second one is smart delegation. A lot of people think CEOs are successful because they do everything themselves. But that's not true at all. In fact, they're masters at delegating. They know they can't handle everything, and they don't even try. Jeff Bezos is a great example. From the start, he knew he couldn't manage every little detail of Amazon. So he found the right people to take charge of different parts of the company. Delegation isn't just, hey, do this for me. It's about giving the right responsibility to the right person and then trusting them to deliver. That way, the CEO can focus on big picture stuff instead of being stuck in the weeds. The third technique is deep work. This one is huge. CEOs like Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg actually set aside time where they completely cut out all distractions, no emails, no phone, no meetings, nothing. Just pure focus. Bill Gates even has something called Think Week, where he goes off by himself for an entire week just to read, reflect, and brainstorm ideas. Why? Because the best ideas usually come when you give yourself space to really think without interruptions. And let's be honest, we all need more of that in our lives. Number 4 is about embracing failure. Yep, failure. A lot of us try to avoid it at all costs, but great CEOs see it as part of the process. Jeff Bezos has told plenty of stories about Amazon's early struggles times when people thought the company would never make it. Same with Elon Musk. Tesla and SpaceX both had plenty of failures. But instead of letting those failures crush them, they treated them like lessons. Every mistake was just another step towards success. And that's such an important mindset. If you're too afraid to fail, you'll never take the risks that lead to big breakthroughs. The 5th technique is using technology to automate. In today's world, you'd be crazy not to take advantage of tech. CEOs use all kinds of tools to handle repetitive, time-consuming tasks. Things like scheduling, reporting, or data tracking stuff that eats up hours if you do it manually. By automating those things, they free up more time and mental energy for the important work. That could be strategy, innovation, or building relationships. And finally, number 6, work-life integration. This one might surprise you because a lot of people assume CEOs are just working 24/7. But the truth is, the most successful ones know that productivity isn't just about grinding all the time. Richard Branson from Virgin Group talks a lot about this. He believes balance between work and personal life is key to staying productive in the long run. Because if you're burned out, you can't lead. Some CEOs even blend the two, like having a working lunch with friends or family, so it doesn't feel like they're sacrificing one for the other. At the end of the day, they know taking care of themselves makes them better leaders. So yeah, those are 6 techniques top CEOs use to stay highly productive. Time blocking, smart delegation, deep work, embracing failure, automation, and work-life integration. Pretty powerful stuff, right? But here's the thing. You don't have to copy them exactly. What matters is adapting these techniques to fit your own life. Maybe you can't time block your day like Elon Musk, but you can still plan your mornings around your most important tasks. Maybe you don't have a huge team to delegate to, but you can still ask for help or outsource some things. The key is flexibility. Don't just copy adjust. And don't forget, productivity isn't something you figure out once and then you're done. The best leaders are always learning and improving. Bill Gates still reads tons of books. Other CEOs go to workshops, network, and share ideas with one another. They never stop upgrading themselves. The other big thing is building systems. Productivity isn't just about today, it's about creating habits and setups that last for years. Delegation, automation, and even a healthy lifestyle, those are all systems that keep working in the background. Also, remember to focus on the process, not just the outcome. If you're only chasing quick results, you'll burn out. But if you fall in love with the process, showing up, doing the work, improving step by step, the results will come naturally. And of course, don't forget about balance. Work hard, yes, but also make space for health, family, and fun. That's what keeps you going long term. So, to wrap it up, productivity isn't about working harder than everyone else. It's about working smarter. If you apply even just 1 or 2 of these techniques, I guarantee you'll see changes in your focus and results. And hey, if this conversation got you thinking, don't keep it to yourself, share it with a friend who might need it. Also, hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe so more people can start building their best version of themselves. Thanks for hanging out with me today. And remember, keep upgrading your brain.